to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So Auburn's offense will get first crack at it today. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And, Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique, too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Sun Devils offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's got him. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Levin. Finds tight end. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Auburn lines up quickly. Looks as if he's going to run it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense making its way onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, where he's picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
The Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. To throw, it's Levin. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So here comes the Auburn offense. They just haven't been able to get much going so far, punting it away on both possessions. Here's the handoff. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Auburn to the line in a hurry. He leaves it with his back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on! Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Levin. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and 1.
Gets it out quickly. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And it slips just inside that right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Auburn lines up quickly. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. This is a designed run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Tries to get it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find some parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Leaves it with the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah, and the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. They'll give it to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get him.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Thompson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. So now it's 2nd and long. just going to keep it after the snap.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
I think this defense moving forward has to be able to finish plays. On that 2nd down, the quarterback had nowhere to go with it, and the defense had an opportunity to get to him, get him on the ground, setting up 3rd and long, but because they couldn't do that and let him spring free, it's now 3rd and manageable. This defense just making life hard on themselves right now because they're not finishing these plays.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Dead center perfect. That gets them back to within 10.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll immediately call timeout. The Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Fakes to grab. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing.
Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Tigers will kick it away to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Fires to the right. Rolls it in. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Looking for space. It's Russell. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Wade. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Keep bringing the heat like that, you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down. Now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Pulls in the deep ball. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone. And still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Unloads to the right. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of...
Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Rides the back on the option. The give. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Got a man. It's Coleman. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Coleman. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Final stance of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Power football with the run. Plows through the defense. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The short hands. It's Coleman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets the give. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. West Virginia managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. And they'll savor this one in Morgantown for some time, no matter the final score. A top 25 clash and an impressive
And the Tigers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. He'll do it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. They'll try to snap it quickly. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and
It's a fumble on the play. Offense scoops it up and still going. They found a way to get in the rug, but he is stopped short, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Auburn offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump right.
There he goes! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today. And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. That's caught. It's Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Tigers in the hurry-up. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. The give to the tailback. Shakes off the defender.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been